My name is Kailynn Pratt. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. The protest that I was at, we were not only marching for George Floyd, but for any black male, female that has been harassed by the police, have experienced police brutality and discrimination and anything else. We were really marching for black power. It was really a sad day for me. We asked the police officers to join us, to join our hands, to take a stand with us, and we were chanting, "No peace, no justice." And we kept on saying George Floyd, and we named a couple others, and I looked at a police officer dead in the eye, and I was like, join us on the walk. And he told me straight up to my face, no. And I remember that we were keeping it peaceful because it was someone running it, and he made sure that we kept it peaceful. It was a couple of people amped up, but we calmed them down by talking to us and reiterating why we were there in the first place. So everybody got calm and situated, and we were just talking until I remember a police officer slamming an individual to the ground. And then I remember a firecracker being thrown, and next thing I know, it was tear gas, rubber bullets, people getting trampled on the ground, and it was crazy. So during the protest, before the first tear gas went off, they had brought out the rubber bullet. So that first one got shot, and I seen it hit a person. So I immediately turned back around and started running. I did not know if that was a real bullet or not until I actually saw the person fall and just holding his ear. So I immediately turned back and running, and a police officer extended his arm out, grabbed me, pulled me to the ground. And I remember him saying, "Yeah, I got you. I seen you." He was talking the most, cussing at me, calling me out my names, and he immediately put his knee right in my back, hit me on my side a couple times, and I immediately said as soon as he hit me, I reiterated that I was a female, that what was I get arrested for? I did not use force, and I started apologizing because I was in so much pain from him twisting my arm. And I remember him saying, "Get up, get her up." So as soon as I got up, they put me in handcuffs all the way so I wouldn't move. And I remember an officer had me like this, had my arm like this while I'm in handcuffs. And he walked me to a D-Dot bus, and we immediately sat on the D-Dot bus. And the D-Dot bus was down there for the people who got injured and that was in handcuffs during the riot.
What was I arrested?
It was horrible, and it was no longer a black and white thing. Because like I said, it was police officers of my colors. It was no longer black and white. It was police in general abusing power. There was a lot of people injured. The EMS people didn't want to treat us. They really didn't, because I remember asking them just for a simple ace bandage, and she did not want to give it to me. A lot of police officers was mad that we was down there talking in the first place. It was a lot of backlash that the protesters actually got because most of us were not being violent. A lot of us were not being violent. A lot of us was not mad. We was really down there to get our point across than being angry and being violent. What you saw on the news did not perpetrate us out to be good people. We were not violent, gangbangers and all of this. We were not like that. We went down there to prove a point for the police to actually grab our hands so that can look good on them. We really wasn't going down there for none of the stuff that happened, and I am very upset that it happened because I remember seeing a person's ear completely off just from the rubber bullet. Just from the rubber bullet. He's literally bleeding next to me on the bus. I seen another person have a seizure right in front of my eyes. One was saying that he had arthritis and the cuffs was too tight, and they did not want to take the cuffs off his arm. It was crazy. Person broke her ankle. It was crazy. I lost respect for the Detroit department. I completely lost respect for them completely.